What's up, guys and gals? We are here at the Nerd Castle with another episode of Mount & Blade Warband, where I just lost my companion. I don't know where she went. She vanished. I was going to try and hang out with Mathilde a bit more, but that was because I had an idea. In the dark of the night, I had an idea where I could give her some extra units that I have, because I am fielding a lot of people right now, and I feel like she could probably use them more than I could. So maybe gifting several hundred Huskarls to her would make her more useful to me. There she is. So she's fighting with 48 looters or 38 looters. She's gonna need help. Let's jump in. It helps us out anyways because we get renown with her, or we get a little bit more popularity. She gets happier. Our relationship with Mathilde goes up every single time we join her in combat because she's a murderous lady. And the one thing about murderous ladies is that they really like it when you join them in throwing some blows. These guys only have rocks. I don't see any major problems coming up just riding into the middle of this group of foes. I mean, I'm still going to kind of sweep around the edges because that's what I do. They're throwing rocks at us, and there's always that chance you'll catch an unlucky rock to the forehead, Goliath style, and then you'll just feel foolish. God, they don't even block. They just let me just hack my way through their wall of man-meat. And so now that the wall of man-meat has been removed, that sounds like one of those punny bosses that you would get from the Binding of Isaac. The wall of man-meat. And you're just like, I don't like this boss. This boss smells funny. This boss needs a shower. There we go. Is the battle over? Please let the battle be over. Battle over! I tried to snipe that, but it wouldn't let me. And several of you have asked in the comments, so I got this like in episode 70, where somebody still didn't know how to open the map, and I thought I'd explain it already, but if you press backspace, that's how you open the map to see where people are at. Backspace. So backspace, backspace, backspace allows you to open the in-game mini-map. Just in case you were wondering, I suppose people could have started like in the middle of the series, because things don't really get interesting with Mount & Blade for a long time anyways. I should give her some units now, so let's... Giggity. So let's go... We'll go to Lady Mathilde here, and we want to give her some troops. I don't know what her troop maximum is going to be. Like, what is your troop maximum? Morale is looking pretty good for her right now, but she doesn't have a lot of units that are any good. So what I may do is give her some veterans right there, and then consider the possibility, since I can recruit marksmen at like a mass speed, although the game auto-resolves for all of the lords, so I don't know. Maybe give her... Let's find her again. I mean... Let me think about what it's weird that it doesn't give me the option to see how many units she can keep in her force. Like, I wish it had a little number right here so I would know, because what you do right now, with the way the morale system works, is that if I overstock her, she'll have a bunch of deserters, and it'll basically be just as though we have gone through and had too many units on our character. People will just start deserting and leaving over and over again. That can happen on occasion through like the course of random events. You'll accidentally capture people and it'll give you too many people in your prisoners. I've seen it happen a couple times, or it'll give you too many people in your company. They'll desert almost instantly. So when I'm left with kind of a little bit of an ambiguous amount of information right now, where I don't know how many people can go into her party, it worries me. Let's see here. We're traveling to Sungechi. However, circumstances have changed since we made that decision. I may reconsider shortly. It's been a long time since I've been able to spend time with my household. I'm acting independently because our realm is currently not on campaign. Okay, what else can we ask? Well, all the single ladies then, I guess. That's going to be our rallying cry. In case you hadn't, if you were wondering why I've been saying that so much, you know how in Helgar's Hole we have like work to live, live to work? Well, here it's going to be all the single ladies, which is going to get kind of awkward once we're like having Lazalet and some of the other people being lords for us. But anyways, Nords has declared war on Savadia. So what I may do now is it may be in our best interest to declare on Nords and just see what we can take to help Swadia out, because Swadia is pretty diminished at the moment. I mean, they're not looking so great. So I think that may be what I will do. Let's declare on Nords. And so that's going to mean we need to find some villagers running around and beat them up so that we can get into negative renown, or negative relations with them. I mean, you don't even really need to even beat them up. You just need to threaten them once. Oh, there's one right there.
My lord.
Give us everything you've got. And so now we are at -3 with Nords. That's fine. Perfectly fine. Viajeg and Sargoth are now grumpy with us. Okay, I can work with that. That's okay. I'll fix that in a little bit. What I'm going to do is after I play these couple episodes, I may spend a couple episodes just getting I may spend a couple days just playing on my own, getting all of my renown up in all the villages that I've been pissing off. Let's go beat up Radagir right now, like right this second. Since we've got a siege tower that's going to take a little bit of time, we may get rolled out on one more time. I'm not going to allow myself to get destroyed over a castle, but I will try and take it. First thing, you've always got to be careful about expanding your lands. Like, it is something that I do want to do. So they're beating up Sea Raiders, it looks like, and that's fine. They can beat up Sea Raiders all they want. Yeah, so there comes the campaign right there. So why they are so quick about rolling out on me but not anybody else, I'm not sure. And we're just going to follow this group. Wherever this group goes, guess what? Whatever they take, we're going to take it right after. Alright, so they're taking Tilbutt. And so once Tilbutt goes down, we're just going to hang out right here. I mean, we got nothing better to do. Let's go to Rayvaden. And the second Tilbutt goes down, we'll steal it. Let's buy ourselves some food, just because we always seem to be out of it. They have iron here, but they're also buying it at a decent cost, so we'll do that. I haven't traded anything in this game in a long, long time. And so by the time we get done there, they should have taken the castle. And so then what we'll consider doing... Oh, they put 114 into it straight away? I have never seen them do that before. What else do they have in there? I'm not seeing, like, the bulk of their force. I'm seeing a lot of little numbers, but I'm not seeing... Can we build ladders to get in here? Okay, so we can get ladders. Those guys are going to try and roll out on us. I'm going to besiege it, and let's take ladders to attack the walls. And we shall lead our soldiers in an assault. And so what I want to do is we're going to have everybody follow us for just a second. We're going to put our archers out, like, right here. And we are attacking from the low ground at the moment, which is bad. That's really, really bad. But our archers should be able to do quite a bit of damage. And we do have them out tiered, so I think we should be alright. Let's just hang out right here, and we're going to fish for a little while. Because we've got a really, really heavily armored force right now. So, like, their arrows and things, probably not going to do a whole lot of good anyways, considering how low-level their veteran archers are. Okay, well, I could be wrong. Let's send everybody in then. I mean, we've got a large majority of Huskarls, so we should be able to bust up this line pretty easily. And then once we're in, and that's all that it takes. Okay, and so we busted up the line already. This is going pretty amazingly at the moment. I mean, we haven't run into anything elite yet. I mean, we've lost a couple guys to, like, random axe stabs. I can guarantee that that's how they're going down. That tends to be how, I mean, you hit just about anything in the face with an axe and it'll probably go down. I'm having trouble thinking of a lot of things other than, like, stone golems and things that you could hit in the face with an axe and they wouldn't go down. I'm being shot at by somebody, and I don't know who, and that scares me. So, oh, damn it. So, we lost 25 to their 50-something. Let's go one more time. It's not something that I enjoy the prospect of, but we lost a bunch of men, so we gotta go one more time. And so we will... I can't see through all of their stupid notifications here. Those notifications, super stupid. They did absolutely terribly on most of their tests. I mean, it doesn't mean that they're stupid. It means they're bad at testing. I will distinguish. But anyways, they're always doing dumb stuff. They're always, like, sucking on batteries and licking power outlets and just, like, headbutting windows. It's... You don't even want to know. Let's go ahead and go one more time. So this time, we're kind of going to do the same thing. Line people up right there. We'll take all of our archers and maybe put them, like, right there. And I'm just going to hang out this time. I don't see any real need for me to be on top of the wall. I mean, there are already arrows flying at me, so I may want to get a little bit better cover here. Just, like, hide behind somebody. Allow them to skirmish for just a little bit. Well, we're not really killing anything right now. I'll give it just a minute, though, because there is another strategy at play here. I know that they are using quite a bit of their Huskarls on the walls, and so we want to break up those shields. We want those shields to have really low HP before we go up the walls. Otherwise, they'll be able to hold that line, and then their archers will chew us to death from all the different little parapets and castellations, so... let's just hang out for a few more seconds. I'll probably give it like another 1 minute before we go any further, because we do seem to be doing a little bit of damage, and every single kill that we get in a siege fight is going to be one that benefits us later on down the line. What did they say, like, later on down the road, I suppose? In medieval times, before they had train lines, because that's where the saying, like, later on down the line. So if you ever hear somebody in, like, a medieval movie be like, down the line, we're going to need... that wouldn't be a saying back then, because they didn't have train lines back then. They wouldn't have said that. It came from the train system. But anyways, what did they say before? Just later on down the road, I suppose? That'd probably be the other simplification that you might be able to use. Later on down the cart. Later on down the boot. Okay, now's the time. We've pretty much run out of things to shoot at, and so I'm going to have the archers follow me. And archers are going to deploy out right here. We are going to take some casualties. That's just kind of the nature of the siege here. It looks like they have fielded their Huskarls finally. I think in the last battle their Huskarls hadn't spawned, which is one of the reasons that I really wanted to make sure that they were pinned at their... keeping an eye on all the castellations here to make sure I don't get shot. Just turn that flank slightly right there with one little timed stab. So now what do we want to do? We have been completely and totally tapped out with regards to the troops that we have remaining. Are you guys out of ammo yet? There we go. It's a little cheesy, I'll admit, but it works. I want him to waste those axes so he doesn't accidentally hit me in the feet with them. How many axes do you have, man? I thought those only stacked in like 4s. There is no way. How does he have this many axes? Oh, that was like the beginning of Lord of the Rings. And so it appears as though I'm leading the charge by myself. Alright, and so now what I'll do is I'll have my archers charge, since that's all we have left anyways, and I think that's all they have left anyways. And so we will have to... I don't think we're going to be able to hold this castle. That's my big concern right now, is I think we got to go reinforce from our other castle just to hold this one. I'll try and make peace with the Kyrgyz before we go any further. A lot of our archers are still intact, so we should be okay if they try and counterattack and take this back. The losses were a little bit higher. If I hadn't gotten nicked in that first battle, we would have done a little bit better. Getting nailed in that first battle is really what kind of did us in right there. It took us, it found where in was, and then it put us there. Yeah, so we lost 25 men, which isn't so awful. A bunch of loot to be had. And so it says, "My lady we have taken, do you wish to award it to one of your vassals?" I think I will give myself Tilbutt. And so we need to hold the castle and then give it to a faithful servant. Now the thing we want to do here is pretty much what we've done at the other castle and make sure, like, looking at our finances, how much money is it going to be worth? That's the other thing that I'm always worried about. So we've got 2 castles, like, on opposite ends of the universe here, which I don't really like. And I think what I'll do in this case is just hang out here for a little bit. Really? Like, oh my god. Alright, well, I guess they can have Tilbutt Castle then. They are really dedicated to Tilbutt Castle. They want Tilbutt Castle or nothing else. They are sold on Tilbutt Castle. Well, means I could potentially... God, I am just not pleased with the way the game is going right now. You simply... I think we probably did this too early. I just don't have, like... I can't marshal the forces to get anything done that I want to get done, unfortunately. We're going to hire on... Let's go get some more knights. We'll go back down to Swadian territory and see if you've lost Tilbutt. Yeah, I don't care. Do not care in the slightest. Unfortunately, since they've taken, like, every single bit of Swadian real estate, it's like, how do you even stop a side once they get steamrolling like this? What needs to happen is everybody needs to declare war on them, but nobody is. They're all just being a bunch of cowards and just, like, cowering in their corners. They're like, well, okay, let Nords take whatever they want. Everything else is looted. There's, like, nowhere that we can recruit from right now. Everything is smashed out. Damn. Alright, well, let's resupply in Suno while we wait for some of these villages to respawn. And I think I'm just going to help Swati out with their campaign at this point. I feel like that's probably the only move that I can make that's going to benefit the entire map. Like, I really need to back up Swatia. Because if they start losing, then we're going to have, like, big issues on our hands. Because that's one of my major recruiting zones. So let's go through, and I'm just going to start beating up every Nordic lord that I find, just to run them out of the territory. So there's one. He's been run off. See who else we can find. And unfortunately, they appear to have gone into hiding, like, right after they did that. I could take Tilbutt back, like, right now. It would take me, like, a third of a second. Let's do it. We're just gonna troll the hell out of him. Oh, never mind. Swatia took it back. Very good. Good for Swatia. I'm proud of them. That's what they should have done. Alright, so I'm not gonna fiddle with Swatia right now. That's not our plan. We don't want to mess with Swatia. We want to go to Tadzamesh, and we want to grab a Swatian recruit. Our singular Swatian recruit there. And let's find out what else they might be doing in the Kingdom of Nords. Taking a look around, it doesn't appear as though anything is under attack, which is good for things. I mean, for anything, that's a great situation to be in. If you're anything and you're not under attack, then I'd be happy if my name was anything, or if I wasn't anything. I'd be pretty happy about it. But nothing appears to be under attack. That'd be kind of a confusing phrase if, like, something was named nothing. If something was named nothing and then you said nothing is under attack, what would you do? Like, you wouldn't, it's a false positive. You would have no clue what to do. Oh, they're at war with, okay, so they're at war with Rhodoks too. Well, let's go fight with, our old friend Mariga. And so we're going to charge him out right now. We are playing an infantry battle, which means we need to play everything to our favor. I got rid of all my knights before we invaded, and unfortunately I haven't had time to go back and grab a different set of troops. So since we're playing an infantry battle, we're going to go back to the way that we started to do things in the beginning of our playthrough, where we sort of sit around and... Although maybe taking this hill would be the better plan. Let's go take a look and see how far in they are right now. If they're like right on top of us, then this hill may not be an... Oh, they're way the hell back there. Okay, so let's go ahead and deploy archers to there. We'll deploy infantry to like right there maybe. And then I don't even think I have any cavalry with me. But in case I do, I will give them an order, because all those times that I don't give somebody an order, I always regret it. There's Nizar. He's still assigned to being an infantryman. I know. I haven't gotten around to it. Haven't gotten around to it, guys. Sorry. Plus, he's kind of like that chaos factor. He's entropy. He's that one horseman in the middle of all the infantry that they're just like, oh, is that one horseman? Oh, God! And they don't know what to do about it. They're like sitting there like, oh, the only thing we're going to be fighting is guys on feet. And then all of a sudden out of left field, it's like the clown on the battlefield from Family Guy. They're going to be looking for infantrymen. They're not going to be looking for a cavalryman. Our front line's looking a little iffy. Oh, they're just going to wait this out. Alright, so let's go ahead and deploy archers to the top of that hill. Infantry to there. And it's going to be one of those times that I wish that we had the ability to speed up a battle. So for the next couple episodes, laying out what our mission is going to be, with our limited forces, all we can do by ourselves right now is be a trump card until openings show up. And so I am going to dedicate to defending Swadia. I think I need to maintain Swadia on the map for now, since they hold a border. Swadia and Vaegirs are going to be my prime concern. I don't want Nords to take anything from them. And so when it comes down to it, I'm going to be fighting Nords non-stop every time I get the opportunity. Alright, gentlemen. Let's start the skirmish, and let's give them a little bit of cover as we charge. I don't have like a single cavalryman available to ride out there, and it would be suicide anyways. So I'm not going to have them do that. I'm just going to have my archers fire away. Hopefully that gives them a little bit of fire. There's no like ducking or dodging in this game, so unfortunately the usefulness of covering fire is not going to be exacerbated or kind of enumerated on here. We haven't killed anybody. Archers, you are letting me down right now. That is not a long shot. Couple spearmen in there. They are going to be the guys that I'm watching out for as I ride around here, getting rid of some of these guys in the back who are hanging around. Fight with the other Lord for a second because I can. I had to clench my teeth right there for a second. Oh, Lord Mariga. How does that dirt taste? Does it taste delicious? Does it taste like red? Because the soil around here is red. And I always got the feeling that the soil might taste like cherry medicine or something. In that case, take that medicine, my friend. Take it, for you are sick. You are sick with an illness called getting that ass kicked. Alright, fantastic. And so that's one less army that's riding around causing us problems. Now, if they try to declare peace on us, we're going to say no, no, no. It's not going to happen. However, if they declare peace with Swadia, we will then declare peace with them. It's kind of one of those mirror image things where we don't want them to... We don't want to be the sole target of their aggression once we get further into the... Damn, he made it. I was hoping that he wouldn't. I don't like it when people run away. It makes me upset. Fought well, you're free to go. We're going to grab that gear because a lot of our stuff is sequestered right now, which means we're going to have to make up the cost by selling a lot of stuff. Raloons is being raided, unfortunately. I did, however, see another lord down and in here, so it may be worth the effort to find him and beat him up. There's Jarl Gundr. I don't know where he's going, but he's not going to get there. Hired Blade. 5 Vaegir recruits. There we are. Let's recruit some more sharpshooters or something over here. And just cut them to pieces before they even get to us across the battlefield. I like that plan of attack. Yeregar is looted. Relunz is looted. Unfortunately, I can't stop Rodox from doing anything to Swadia just because I don't want to have too much aggression kind of focused on us. People are looking angry across the battlefield, and I want them to look angry at multiple people, not just at me, because that gives them a conflict of interest. They don't really know what to fight against. Split them up for a time, and this is going to be the last battle. We're going to fight with Jarl Lachem. Everybody hang out here. I should probably go get my skirmishing army before I do anything else. So yeah, we got somebody riding out on us. Let's make a formation. Any formation will do. Just pick your favorite formation and then form into it. Looks like he is couched. I think he's probably going to flee the field, no? Slice up this horse until he drops. There we go. There's the hit that I was looking for. Horse skirmishes are kind of interesting because there's a lot of circle strafing involved. And then my skirmisher should be able to keep me alive through all these guys coming over the hill. Yeah, let's mop up. Infantry, go for it. Looks like they're getting chopped up pretty well right now. And so it seems like our fate is inexorably tied with the fate of the Nordic Kingdom. Like, our success depends on their failure right now since they're dictating so much of the map. A lot of guys with spears right there that I'm not happy about. That could be a major issue for me as a horseman, but it appears as though they're thinning out pretty rapidly, so maybe not. Help my other fellow horsemen out by killing off the one lone spear that's hanging out there. And so there we are. I cannot wait for Bannerlord to come out. I know I talk about that like every other episode, but I really do think that it's going to be, the development of Bannerlord is going to be tremendously easy from my perspective because you've got so many mods offering you so many ideas that all the developers really need to do is play a ton of mods, upgrade the graphics slightly, take all of the features from the mods that they like and incorporate them into the main game, and they'll be pretty much squared away. That's like, you could take Diplomacy mod and Florus and just add all the ideas from those two, and that would be enough for Bannerlord, if you know what I mean. He escaped. I was hoping he wouldn't, so that I could get a little bit of renown with the kingdom by letting him, kind of setting him free, cutting him off, but guess not. Let's find a place where, God, everything is just raided out right now. I'm going to save Tozdar so that I can recruit from it. It's kind of a selfish thing to do, but Gundar is a definite raider. If you're somebody that's played the game for a while, you will see Gundar all the time just sitting around raiding. And then I'd also like Aiden to be out of the way. But right now, I think I'm going to break off the episode. So my name is Splattercat. Thank you for joining me here in the Nerd Castle for another episode of Mount & Blade Warband. If you enjoyed the episode, I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. And I will say hi-do to all of you. And as always, from the Nerd Kingdom, all the single ladies, fist to the sky. See you later, guys.